Alright, we're back for episode 2 of The Seekers of Eternity. Talking to the Galul. What the hell? Yeah. I wish I could see you in the past, bleh. I wish I could see into the past like you, and I could see people who are gone. Because there aren't any other Mamulja women here. For a long time I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. But when I visited Tuliolal and saw some, I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day, I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. Well, yeah, man. Let's see, for a red mage, I think it's all about spell speed? You may now enter Yuyawabuyawata field station. Oh, good. While we've discerned the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of it that remain might afford us greater insight into what came of it. Let us look around for information, as well as a way to the upper level. Okay. Let us. Where's my friends at? Where's my little cat? Well, I guess it's like no place for a cat. Ooh. Oh, that's scary. No thanks. Oh, you know, we actually might have gotten some better gear from that dungeon. Yep, look, we got a better ring. Boom. Update that. I guess I'll update that. Go ahead and mine this. A lift can be seen behind a wrought iron gate. As sturdy as it appears, the gate will likely resist attempts to force it open. A security panel is nearby. Perhaps a verification key will open the way. Oh yeah, okay. Whoa. Got some people in there. Got some Final Fantasy VII type stuff going on. Whoop, here's something. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write. Can write good, yes. I am good, very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today bit offhand a feeder. Cannot help it, so strong. Hungry, always hungry. Cannot control. Eat. I must eat. Am eater, must eat. You find nothing that resembles a verification key. Perhaps you should search elsewhere. Ooh, how about in here? Boing. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergencies. You dig deeper and find a verification key. Perhaps it can be used to open the iron gate. So, verification key is in this drawer, behind this desk, in this area. Now that's a walkthrough for you. Boom. You have been walked through. Now let's pop this bad boy open. Found the key. Great, I'll call the others. Seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. It's like a helicopter or something going by. What the hell even is that? Yeah, helicopter. Rattling my windows, it's so loud. So this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Villa Garmanda. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Glulja's mama. I think I can use this terminal. Shale taught me how. There's so much data. I don't know what we should look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Tishalja. I brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Tishalja, Administrator of Experimental Treatments, Research Logs. This sounds good, doesn't it? Chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it would take considerable time to go through it all. Then let us take it with us to the back room and have Shale analyze it. Agreed. Alright, I'll transfer it to this storage device I brought. We got a flash drive. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for the both of us. And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let us deliver the data to Shale. The data to Shale. Alright. Back to the back room. Man, it's pouring rain. I'll never forget when they did this update where all of a sudden when it rains, like you look wet, like your clothes looks wet. It blew my mind. seen this game go through so many changes, and my own tech go through so many changes. From really crappy computer to crappy computer to okay computer to PS5. What? Nope. Can't just use this? Well, that's lame. I'm excited because tomorrow I'm getting a new graphics card, and I think it should help with the encoding for these OBS files, even though I am running it off of the PS5. I think it should help because the capture card only does so much. And then I also did think maybe I would try downloading it on PC again. I even used to play this on Mac, if you can believe it or not. But I might download it on PC again and just see how it's looking with the new graphics card compared to the PS5, and then also how it looks to OBS it like sans graphics card. Because the graphics card I'm getting is comparable to what's in a PS5. But you still never know with everything involved. It might look better. And then I'm hoping, yeah, it'll just look better either way. Here we are. Welcome back. Goldjaw has already given me the storage device. Looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Alice and I might go take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Aye, their mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I finish my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. Alice isn't wrong, the mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the soul system, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have a chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason too, the journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving for Tyrol, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tuliolo. My brother's doing all he can to see the Zac-Tyrol Railroad restored to operation so that people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Even so, the railroad would make things a sight easier. How long before it's back in service? Couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Kwana seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shale's working on the data, we could go and see the state of it ourselves. Yeah, that sounds good. To Shalauni Station then. Make sure to keep Kwana informed. Okay. I wonder if this is a place I could just... Yeah. Yep. Just teleport to. Where are they? Are they in here? Oh, yeah. Vow of resolve, and this is here the well to boot. What can I do for you? What can I do you for? Yeah, I think he said. We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tyrol that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. Scratch on his way. Hey, it's that guy. I remember him. As the guild ship has officially approved my transition from gleaner to independent contractor, I was in need of more befitting attire. You're here about the railroad too? It was in part for my sake that the original Dawn Blazer was sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assist with its replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lamati has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawn Blazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we're back to our original problem, how to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of, oh come on, Mewa Hetzoan. That is the Ronik. Though the Hetzaro that follow them are none too pleased about their Hetzo being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I've devised is to quieten the railroad. The solution I've devised to quieten the railroad should address that complaint. Quieten? But a silent train presents a different danger. The Ronik will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the rail routes plotted to avoid the Ronik's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. The Ronik's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I'm not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mahawatson for their insight. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter. And I too would hear from the Hetzaro what they have to say about it. They are the ones most affected after all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Huato. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetzaro encampment if you like. I could probably teleport there. Aw, nope. That's fine. Oh, is that the crystal? I think I can see it already. Whoa, Grit Claw. Jesus. No thanks. Uh-oh. We never back down from a fight. said new location, so I thought maybe we'd never been here and I need to do a tune. What's that? Is that just one of those picture-taking things? Or is that an aether current? What is this? Oh, it's a picture-taking thing. Meh. Vow of resolve, vow of reason. I bid you welcome to our camp, but what brings you all the way to Watswausowen? Thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the Zaktural Railroad. You too have noted the Ronik's unexpected change in behavior then. My son Geppetto has been looking into the matter. Geppetto. Normally we'd expect the Ronik to keep to their favored grounds nearby for a while yet. And despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Piariowanan and Yatanani. Yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hetsaru would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am Hetsaru of Hetsaru descent. My parents traveled with the Ronik as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration, one of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle, I am forced to assume. Are we getting a vision? Oh, never mind. Chance encounter with a kind pillow merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stall keeper in Tulialal's markets, and that is where the dawn servant found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when Lama T came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Truly, I have never heard of the Ronik choosing a path so arduous as to force such terrible decision, nor of any Hetsaru willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed to me. But if you had good reason, wouldn't you want to know if they did, even if it might help you better understand the Ronik's current behavior? We'd probably like that one. Got him there. As is so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hetsaru way may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. And to refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor dawn servant indeed. Please teach me of the Ronik and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Will you learn of Hetsaru culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share. But it would be useful to know whether I am doing it correctly. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ronique, and we'll have a look around the plains. And perhaps in the process we'll find the answers we seek. Whoops. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you're not above manual labor. I am not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Now introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let us meet back here later to share what we've learned. I'm afraid I've finished with my task for the time being, but since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you likely already know that the Ronique are our Hetzo, our guides, that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we had sorrow must also part with half of our number. You may think it a strange and stressful custom, but over the years, it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Hetzo. This won't do, the wind will go right through it, and me without my needle and sinning. I have those somehow. Oh, those are precisely of what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they were bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the Ronique hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. Well, so far they haven't made me do anything. Yo, dude. You are learning about the Hetsara way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share. But rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrive at them myself. Ahem. Our Hetzo provide us with something that we use in medicines, poultices, and soap to drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? I'm going with the bones. Both horns and hooves have cores of bone. And we use all these materials, albeit primarily in tent poles, instruments, and the like. It's not quite the answer I was looking for. Is it the poopies? It sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. We've discovered myriad uses for Ronique chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there is a need, our Hetzo always provide, with their boopies. As you stroke the Ronin's coat, you note that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job, mind you. A comb of the type you're used to would just get lost in the tangle like as not. Boom! Ah, Spedo sent a Ronik brush with you, did he? How like him. Now just run it through one little patch at a time, gently. That's the same way I messed with that keypad. You dutifully brush the Ronik until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coat. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Well done. With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat and less susceptible to illness. A combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries should the need arise. Alright, so they comb them, they use their poop for stuff, they make their tents out of their hide. That's what I've learned. You smell of the grass and the wind. Which is a good thing, I promise. You can nearly be mistaken for one of us. You even look the part. I have to wonder how Valkowana is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Ah, there he is now. Oh look, he brought one of those things with him. Oh, those crazy eyes. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronik and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination. To force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how is your work? Have you anything to share? Life revolves around the Ronik, but in turn the people receive all they need. If you're treasured members of the community at this point. Well, I guess the first one. Both are true. Yes, I feel the truth of this myself. While I was hesitant to leave my fate to the whims of the Hetzo rather than tread man-made paths, I arrived where I was meant to be all the same. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My ability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Ronik, as they did to me, and so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here in service of the people of Tural, after all. Nevertheless, thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hetzo are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Valkowana. You're welcome among our herd anytime. Ooh, give me the money. Come on, how did it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hetzo. They nourish the head sorrow as they grow, provide warmth and compassion in a harsh and unpredictable world. They are the equal of any man, not beasts to be tamed. Moreover, Ronique are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. That sorrow would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ronique's once favorite grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine. The place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronique. Even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Ceratoraptors, but they look to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, this sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though the head sorrow would have surely put two and two together were the cause geological. I measured the area's ether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. What is? Given where we are, I believe we are dealing with a powerful beast, a predator perhaps, given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. It couldn't be Turahetso. Ronique Reaver in the common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal Hetso in the night is another evocative one. Ronique can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Turahetso. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home, and it's packed both. In any case, I believe the source of the Ronique's consternation is clear. As is our next move, we must drive this reaver away, that they might return to their grazing lands in peace. I think it's going to be a trial. Never fear, we will make certain that the beast threatens you no more. The Ronique Reaver is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. It won't do for us to go running off in search of it without having made proper preparations. And if others returning from across the plains have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. It's gonna be a battle. Okay. Give it a go.
Help! Help! Duder Hetsu is coming this way!
Cool.
It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety!
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
And after they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the Ronek Reaver.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
Right.
Make haste! We must protect the Ronek!
Okay.
Don't worry, we're right behind you.
There they are!
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
I'm on it.
That herd should be alright. Let's look for stragglers. The Ronek are to rally too. None shall be left behind. There must be something up ahead. Come!
Oh, there's some birds on them.
There!
These are no match for the likes of us.
The big old crocodile. Oh man, a bunch of little crocodiles.
All or nothing then.
guess it's an alligator. Okay.
It seems that did the trick.
For the fodder at least. But where's...
Yeah, where's the big boy? Oh, wow.
Look there! We've got a big one coming!
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs. That's a Ronak Reaver, and no mistake.
Oh no.
There! That one there!
I didn't even notice.
Not so fast!
Oh, damn. Oh, broke his glass.
Even should it cost me my life. I will save the Hetzel!
Kona! Are you alright?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronek to safety!
There. You've nothing to fear.
Right! Let's finish the job!
Man, this would have been a cool trial. That's fine though. We can whoop it up.
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer! You'll find the vow of reason is not without result.
Damn it! Not even a scratch!
I need some
Oh, I'm really hurting me.
must have a weakness, and I will find it. Keep it busy. I need time.
Right! Go for the legs!
Oh, the leg, huh? Am I going for the legs? Yeah, I'm going for the legs. Wait, am I not going for the legs? Oh, crap. Attack the legs. Am I still not attacking the legs? Attack the legs.
Now we just have to keep it pinned. Second corner.
You're hurting it? I feel like it's not taking any damage still.
Protective current of ether. Whence does it flow?
Can you do anything about it?
I got it!
Well,
One well-placed piercing round to the chest and...
dang, look at that.
You're done for!
Nice. Oh, wow. Dude,
That's stem the flow of protective ether.
now we're whooping it.
Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me.
Ah!
We must disperse that ether ere the river recovers it.
Uh-oh.
This is going to hurt.
Oh, we touched them? Man, it just keeps doing it. There we go.
We did it. The Etso, are they?
The Ronek have all made it to Mehua Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats, but the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Bow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetso.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty. The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most. It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one, and it's been more than 20 years now. I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozeni Hetta, a camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Lozeni Hetta. That's what...
Oops. Whoops.
Please, can you tell me what you saw?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a Reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. Well distracted, I heard one cry. Save our son! Save the Hetzo! After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Ronek thunder. I ran and ran. And as the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
His glasses got broken.
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself. All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe. I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone. And now that I am done, servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
Wow. Alright, everybody. That's gonna do it for this episode. I will see you on the next one as we continue our story. Goodbye.